All right, we are recording. So, again, thank you so much, everybody, for jumping on this line. We have something very exciting that we want to share with every single one of you that every one of you can actually participate in. And, this is designed not to be a very long call, so I'm going to get right to the point and talk about it. But many of you may have heard about this, that the company is doing something special for the month of October. And what they're doing is they are doing a special focus, a special push for potato packs in the month of October. Now, for those maybe that are new to the team, potato packs are really one of the things that the company offers as a charity to feed families and to feed children or areas that need support and need help. And they've been doing this for years now, sending these potato packs around the world. These potato packs are actually potatoes from the best potato farm on earth, Idaho potatoes, right? And then they add nutrition from our nutritional products to make it a full balanced meal. In fact, the World Health Organization considers one potato pack to be a full balanced meal. And so we've been sending these really from all around the world. I believe 26 countries we send them to. And, I've had the privilege of actually seeing these in action being utilized when I was down in Mexico for the Karen Hands trip, seeing the good that this gave to that community that, here was a school where these kids went the whole day without eating anything most of the time. And they were getting this for their lunch. It was awesome to see and be a part of that. And it's an experience I'll never forget. But what's exciting is that for the first time ever, Kyani has never done this before. They're actually making it possible for us, you and I, to work together to bring these potato packs to our local United States, our local markets. And so what they've done is they've allowed the diamonds within Kyani to organize in their open line groups to pick certain charities and work together for the month of October to raise potato packs. And all potato packs that are raised in the month of October will go towards the goal of bringing the potato packs to that local charity. And what the goal is one complete pallet. For the company to be able to ship it to a local charity, they have to ship a complete pallet. And a complete pallet is 6,000 servings. Now, that might sound like a lot, but I'll give you an example. Here's an actual potato pack for those who haven't seen it. Most people don't get their hands on these, but this is what a potato pack looks like. This is actually 5 servings. So one potato pack is actually 5 servings. And, many of you probably know that people can donate. They can get one potato package like this, 5 servings. They can donate 15. They can donate 45 servings. So getting to 6,000 servings, which is a pallet, is really not a lot when you think of all the servings and the whole community is working together and the team working together. But what we decided to do was we decided to focus on a charity that I'm really excited about. And for those who are on the line from Arizona, this charity is actually something that many of you can probably get very fired up about because it's one in your own backyard. And the charity name, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Todd, is called Love Kitchen. Is that right? The Love Kitchen. And, you'll hear a little bit more about what that charity is. But why are we even talking about this? So this is a huge opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. Company did a couple of things. Number one, they actually raised all potato pack QV by 20% this month. I don't know if you noticed this, but if you go to your Kyani back office, all the potato packs are raised by 20%. Now I'm going to talk about how this is a benefit to each and every one of you. Number two is they put a specific link in your Kyani Pro. I'm going to show you this in a second, where you can actually send the link to somebody who's ready to donate. They click the link and it takes them straight to the page for them to donate. It's very simple. But why is this huge? Because not only can we rally the community together to contribute towards this, and the team, the entire open line team. So basically, the reason everyone's on this line is all of you are part of Amelia and Mai's open line, meaning that there's no other diamond between you and us. So everybody, no matter if you live in Arizona or not, can work and contribute by just simply telling people about the Potato Pack and how their donations can actually help this charity that's going to be that's happening right there in Arizona. And to explain a little bit more about this charity, I would love to have Mr. Brandon Todd, who has a very close relationship with this charity. Again, for those who don't know him, Brandon Todd in the White Mountains area is kind of almost, and he'll never say this, but kind of a local celebrity, because he spent a lot of time on the radio in that marketplace. A lot of people know at least his voice from being on the radio, and he's shaking his head no. But this is why, and this is part of the reason that we chose this, because at the end I'm going to talk about how this benefits every one of you, even if you're not in Arizona. But we chose that because we have somebody that has the right connections. It's a smaller community, which means that it's going to get a lot of publicity once we hit this goal. And again, I'm going to talk about how this is going to benefit everybody long term. But I would like you to hear a little bit about this charity and a little bit about the excitement of the people that are running it. So, Mr. Brandon Todd, if you could jump on the line and maybe you could share with us a little bit about why we chose this charity.
Yes, sir, Mr. Harper. Can you hear me?
I can, absolutely. Go ahead.
Great. Yeah. So first off, I'd be remiss not to just throw some words of generosity back to you and your leadership and the way that you conduct yourself as a human being, and the way you conduct yourself as a family man and as a leader is something that I strive for. And so first off, just let me take this time to thank you for being the person that you are, and anybody who is new to this man, get to know this man. He will guide you to the promised man. You are my Noah. So thank you for your kind words, sir. So I'm going to jump right into it as well, because this isn't meant to be a long call. A little background on me to clarify a little bit of what you said. I do have a little bit of clout in the town that I'm in, where I do a morning show on a country station here in town, and you're right. I would never call myself a celebrity, because what is a small town celebrity? But what I've been able to do is make a lot of really cool connections. And one of the connections I made is with this charity called the Love Kitchen. And it's a food shelter. I mean, it's a soup kitchen. They feed homeless. They feed not just homeless, but anybody who needs a meal. And I related to that on a lot of levels, because I come from a childhood of where things are rough, and there were some rough times, and there were some times where you just didn't know what was going to happen the next day. And so Lynn, who runs the Love Kitchen, her and I developed a friendship, and I always tried to do anything I could to help her out through my stature in town. And I would promote her charity on my radio station, and I would try to help with food drives and things, and try to really promote what she's doing, because I can relate on some levels. And a real quick side story, I'll tell you that my father met his wife and her 4 out of the 5 children, at a homeless shelter, a food kitchen type facility. And he grew himself from that. He found God, and he grew himself into a beautiful home on the side of a hill. He owns a business. He's a very successful man, and he owes it all to God. He gives all his grace to God, but also he was in struggle, and he got himself out of struggle. And so when I hear his story, and I see Lynn, and I hear the stories of the people, and then I got to go, I was blessed with being able to feed the people at my dad's homeless shelter they met his wife in on one Christmas. And I was feeding, here I am, just this normal American who has no problem of worrying where his next meal is on Christmas, but I'm feeding children on Christmas Eve. And I got so emotional that I literally had to leave and go outside, because I didn't want these people to see me, crying over their situation. They're not crying. Why am I crying? Anyway, my point is that it touched my heart, and I've always had a soft place for people who don't have their next meal, like who don't know where the next meal is coming from, and I can relate. And so when I found out about the Love Kitchen, I fell in love with this organization. And so when Dana presented this opportunity to me, I knew immediately organization that I could tell him about. And I told him about this organization. And we have a small community up here. When I say small, it's a community of, I'd say about 10,000 people, but you'd be surprised the hundreds of people who you don't know about. I mean, these are our neighbors that we don't know, but we're too proud to say, and their kids who utilize what this place provides. And when he told me about this opportunity that Kyani is providing, I said, can we please take it into consideration, the Love Kitchen? And I contacted Lynn, and she said, Brandon, that would be amazing. And so, through the grace of God and Dana's, Dana's hand, the Love Kitchen was chosen as this charity to donate these potato packs to. And when I told her that, she was so ecstatic. And so I went to work, and with my stature in town and what I do, I have a lot of business owner friends. And so I went to a lot of my business owners. And I'll be honest with you, the way I'm approaching it is that this is a way for us to contribute to our community. And I understand there's some people on the line that don't live in my community. And so it's a little bit of a different verbiage for you, but I can look these people in the eye and say, this is an opportunity for us to impact the lives in our community with something that is unheard of. And I have an also way to tell them that I will not let your business be unknown for what you've done. I mean, it's 6,000 servings. And I already have a few $1,000s of commitment. And the way I'm pitching it in my town is that, listen, obviously it's a way to help your business. It's a tax write-off. We all know that. But let's get beyond that. This is a way for you to impact your community in a way that you don't get to throughout the year. You provide a great service, but people have to pay for that service. And let me show you a way that you can impact your community that will touch people's heart, not just their wallets. And so that's my pitch. And I'm able to use that pitch because I live in this town. And so for those of you who don't live in this town, I would use this as a way to contact anybody you have close to you. And I've been flirting with this idea in my head, but this is a great way for me to contact those people that were interested in Kyani that maybe I forgot to mention our charity program too. They were kind of interested, but they didn't pull the trigger. Maybe the charity program is what it takes to get them interested. And I'm not talking about going out and using this as an excuse to recruit, but let's be honest, it kind of is. And it's a great way to do it. It's a phenomenal way to do it. And so I'm passionate about this charity that we've chosen because I know the person who runs it, and I have a personal tie to that story. I'm passionate because I live in a small community, and this is a way for Kyani to become legitimate in my community. I live in Arizona, down in Phoenix, Arizona, about 3.5 hours away. Things are blowing. Things are popping off. And I love that. I'm not jealous of that. I love that because it legitimizes what I'm trying to do up here on the mountain. And I trust that. And there's no reason we can't have that kind of impact on a whole different level where when Phoenix people hear about Kyani from mountain people, they're going to go, oh, yeah, that's that charity that feeds 6,000 mouths. And the Phoenix people are going to go, no, that's the company that heals. Whoa, yeah, you're it's mind-blowing. And I feel like we can have our own story. And so I hope you take advantage of this. I want you to get on board. And hopefully I've portrayed enough of how important these kind of people, these kind of places are. There are next door neighbors of yours who don't know where their next meal is coming from. You don't know someone's story, and I'm proof of that. I'm on the radio, and I come from a place of struggle that nobody knows, and it's hard, it's hard to put on that face, and so I can relate to these people who don't act like they're hungry, or these kids who are in school and they say they're not hungry. But they know that when they get home, they don't have a place to eat, and this Love Kitchen provides that kind of place. And so I hope you can get on board here. And I appreciate the time, Mr. Harper, to give me a chance to explain this and to tell you not just my story a little bit, but also why this charity is so important. And I'll let you take it away as to how this can impact your business. I mean, we're all business owners. This is part of our business. We should not be selfish of the fact of what this can do to our business and the rank advancement and what that can do as far as legitimacy in your community, and say that, hey, yeah, I made Sapphire. I may not have made a shit ton of money, excuse me for the language. I may not have made a bunch of money during that run, but I was able to make that run and get car qualified, and I fed a lot of people doing it. That's a phenomenal thing for our company. You should be excited about that. And so I'm fired up about that too, obviously. And so Mr. Harper, I'll end it with just thank you for who you are and what you do in this time. And I know my girlfriend has dinner made, so I hope we can, thank you for the time. I didn't want this to be a long call. I went way over. I got to say sorry to her, but thank you so much, sir. I'll pass it back to you.
Well, no problem. I appreciate your words and obviously your passion. It just resonates through, and we know that this means a lot to you. And it's one of the reasons that we chose this as a diamond organization, is because we know that this is one that there's a lot of passion behind it. And there's a lot of people in the community that will rally behind this. and we are confident that we are going to hit this. Like you said, even just with you just getting started a little bit, the month just started, already raising a couple $1,000s of commitments toward this from businesses. We're well on pace to hit this goal. So here's what we're going to be doing for those who are in the Arizona marketplace. I just received this today, but Kyani has shipped me, which I'm going to be turning around and shipping over to you, a box of potato packs. And like I said, people have never in the U.S. seen these, right? I mean, we don't get a chance to see these, but the company we asked them for this, and they made it happen. And oh, look at this! We got a whole box just full of potato packs that we're going to be shipping, so that some of you that are in the local area can actually show local businesses or people that want to donate exactly what their donation actually is. And this is going to be absolutely huge. It's going to allow us to hit the goal. And once we hit the goal, here's what it's going to do for everybody. Number one, can you imagine by mid-November, the Love Kitchen receiving a pallet full of potato packs, 6,000 servings? That's gonna last them for a pretty long time. So they're going to be not only just giving out these potato packs for one sitting, it's going to last them for 6 months, a year, or beyond, where they're going to be able to give these out and give people the proper nutrition. But imagine the kickoff event, the day that we decide to do it. I fly in, my wife flies in, we have some people fly in. Imagine we all have on our yellow Kyani Caring Hands shirts. Imagine we all come there and actually volunteer our time to actually help and be able to give these out, help make it up, help dish it, help serve it. Imagine the type of publicity that's going to be. Imagine also that we get one of Kyani's videographers to fly in and actually film this and make a video out of it that everyone in the team can actually promote. Everyone in the team can say, hey, look what I was able to be a part of, and we did something good for the local community. We've been doing this all around the world, but now we're able to do it for a local community in the U.S. And look what it's done. Look at the video. Look at the faces of the people that are getting a nutritious meal, a delicious, nutritious meal that we were able to be a part of. And imagine the type of, as Brandon mentioned, imagine the type of impact that's going to make in that community. In fact, one of the reasons we chose a smaller community is because we know that the community will rally. We also realize that when we do something like this and we accomplish it and a lot of us show up to volunteer, there's a good chance that might get some sort of recognition as far as local news or radio or whatever the case. Again, all of that is things that we can capture later and distribute to the entire team, and the entire team can use that as edification of the company and use that as credibility, to build credibility within the company, no matter where you live. But let's talk about how we are doing this to help these people, but it's also helping you in your business. Because I want you to notice something here. I'm gonna show something here real quick, and then we're gonna wrap up. I'm gonna share my screen, and what I want to show you is, let's see, I'll share this. If you went into your back office, here's a back office. When you send someone the link to actually become a customer of the potato packs for this month only, you're going to notice that again we have the 5 serving, we have the 15 serving, and the 45 serving. But when you look at these, look at the 45 serving, $199.95. This gives, for this month only, 240 QV. And if I change this to consumer account, it's the same. That's never happened, ladies and gentlemen. They've never had it where the consumer can actually buy a potato pack and it gives the same QV as the business partner. It's only this month only. 240 QV for this $199. So let me give you a strategy of how you could utilize this in a big way. Let me stop sharing this and share my other screen so you can see this. All right. So again, here's how I would do a business strategy. Imagine you, and hopefully everyone can see this. I think I have to make this a little bit bigger. Okay. Hopefully, imagine you and let's just say all you had I mean, your business was going slow for whatever reason, and all you had was you and maybe one leg, one active leg. But here's a strategy I would give to you is if you can encourage that person in your team to help just get the word out. This is in addition to everything else you're doing in the month of October. Don't stop getting customers. Don't stop building your team. This is just an addition. We started sharing a little bit about this charity and what it's doing. And let's just say that through this distributor that you have, through this business partner, you're able to bring in 5 businesses that actually want to do the 45 serving. In fact, actually, I'll change it. 6 businesses that want to do the serving. And maybe that's all you have. You don't even have 2 legs, but you personally go out and you find 4 businesses that want to do that 45 serving. Do you realize that would create these this 6 down here and this 6 right here, and your personal 150 QV that you want to have anyways, would create over 2,000 in volume. And the way the Kyani structures things, your personal volume would go into a second leg. You would be qualified. This would qualify you for Jade. No customers, no business partners, but just this activity would actually qualify you for Jade, which is exciting because whatever you qualify in the month of October, you start the month of November at that position. As far as when people join your team, you start getting the bonuses right away at that position. So, and we know that we're going into the best months for this type of industry, for network marketing. So this is just a great way to build that volume. And imagine this could be happening to people in your team. So as Brandon mentioned, you might go Pearl this month. You might go Sapphire this month. And I don't care what marketplace you're in. It's simply because we have an opportunity to rally behind a cause. We're helping people, and at the same time, we're actually helping ourselves with the business side, which is absolutely amazing. So I would, this is the type of strategy I would start thinking about as you're getting people interested in donating to this potato pack. You might want to do some at your position. You might want to do some and someone in your team, or give them those referrals. That's going to help them, but it's also going to help you so that you can strategize as far as how this is going to help you with your volume towards position. So I just wanted to give you some of those ideas of how to go about and do this. But I want to show you this because we actually have a little tool that I will be posting in the chats here as soon as we're done that you can use. So we have a little flyer, and I'm opening it up right here, that you could actually print this. Remember, every single one of us being Kyani distributors, every single one of us has a discount at Office Max or Office Depot on flyers and printing. So you can print beautiful copies of this very, very cheap, and use this, to start, handing out or talking to people. But this basically talks about our goal, and our goal is to create this one pallet that will be sent to a local charity. You can talk about the local charity we chose, the Love Kitchen. And it shows them, 3 steps. Use my link to donate, choose a serving size, 5, 15, or 45, and check out. And the last thing I want to show you is where you're going to find those links to send. And again, very, very simple. All you would simply do is you would go to your Kyani Pro, which I have right here, and you would create a lead, or create whoever you're trying to prospect. You would create a line item for that person. Let's just say Aaron Sisson is the person that I'm trying to, he wants to donate. Once I click on him and I click on messages, this is going to allow me to now change the category to video links and then scroll down to the bottom. These video links right now for potato packs, you don't change the language to English India. We're going to add it to English India in the next few days, but right now you'll find it just in your normal English United States. Under video links, you scroll down, and at the very bottom, you'll see Kyani potato pack, 45 servings, 15 servings, and 5 servings. And very simply, you just simply copy that link and you send it to the person. And if you sent that person the link, what's going to happen is once they click on the link, it literally takes them straight to the option that they want to do, whether it's the 45 the 15 or the 5. See, I didn't do anything. I just clicked on the link, and it automatically directed me right here to the servings, which bypassed all the other things that they have to go through, making it very simple for them to simply add to cart and proceed to checkout. And every single one of you have this option right now in Kyani Pro. So again, ladies and gentlemen, utilize this, take advantage of it. This is something every single one of you can work towards. And if you are excited about the concept of what I just shared in the month of October, and you're thinking, man, I wish we could do this for a charity in my local area. Here's what I'm here to tell you. This is open to everybody. What I mean by that is if you decide that, hey, me and our local team in Rochester, New York, or Florida, or whatever, if you actually work together and put together 6,000 servings of donations within your team, and so this is outside of what we're doing for Arizona, but you just decide just to do your own 6,000 and you get it done, I guarantee, I'm giving you my personal guarantee, I guarantee we will get the company to send a pallet of potato packs to that local charity. The company wants to. They want to send these pallets to local charities. They just cannot send it unless we hit a minimum of 6,000, because that's how many are on a pallet. So again, you can decide to work towards that. If you don't hit the 6,000, that's fine. All your donations will roll right into the Love Kitchen towards hitting that goal. So it's something we can all work towards, helping people locally in our places that we live, and feeling good about it, and actually building a business around it as well. So very, very excited. And Katrina, that's a great idea. She said Panama City, Florida. Absolutely. With what just got hit? Absolutely. And here's what I will tell you. We don't even have to know the charity right now. If we just go to work and hit that 6,000 in addition to the 6,000 that we do for Arizona, the Love Kitchen, then we'll find the charity and we'll reach out to corporate and say, hey, we did another 6,000 in addition. We want to send it to this charity down in Panama City. So, oh, your son's based there. Awesome. So yeah, you'll already have that. So Katrina, that'll be a great thing for you to head up and start. And again, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to submit anything. You just have to go to work. You and whoever's in your team or whoever is in that community, just go to work to talking to people and let them know that, hey, we have an opportunity to send these. And we have videos that explain what they do. If anyone wants to get their hands on one of these, let me know. I'm sending the majority of these to Arizona, but I can send probably maybe one or two to another area if you truly believe that you can actually hit that goal in addition on your own. Then of course, go for it. So I just wanted to share what's going on. We are excited. Let's just go to work. Let's just share this with as many people as possible, and let's feed a lot of people that are in need. So that's what we wanted to share. Take care, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And we'll talk to everyone here soon. Bye-bye, everyone. Good night.